This is just a short video just talking about today's the July 1st. This is when the Jeep group build starts. I already mentioned it, but I'll go over quick. Is that I chose this kit because I have one of these Jeeps. On this particular model, though, I want to cut the doors open, and I might do a few more other modifications to it. This is a Wrangler JK. This is a 2-door. They make them in a 4-door also. I make them in a hard top, a soft top, and many variations. This is a Rubicon, which is a specific kind of suspension for off-roading. They all go off-road, but with the Rubicon you get, like locker rear end and other, various parts that are specific to that chassis modification. So usually when you get a Jeep, there's so many different variations, but it usually depends on how hardcore you're going to be when you go off-road. So obviously the more expensive, the more money you spend, the more rock crawling capability it usually has. But that's why there's so many different versions of that, depending on what you're going to do with it. Here's the body. It's a simple body. This is a 2-door, of course. I'm going to cut this door out. On a Jeep, the doors would just a simple tool. They actually give you a toolkit that has like four tools in it. And with that 4 tools, you can take the doors off. You can let the window down. The window actually folds down over the hood. You can take the top. If you have a hard top, you can take the top off and on. If you have freedom panels, which are 2 panels that go over the driver and passenger, they're separate panels. They're kind of like T-tops, but they don't have any glass in them. But you can take those off. You don't even need a tool for those. They have lever clasps on the inside, which you can move. You pop them off, and it's like having a convertible in about 5 minutes. So all those things are possible. And then here we have the fender flares for the wheels. This is part of the roll bar that goes across the top. It'll be mounted across this way. That's also where the stereo system speakers are. Now, I don't know if every Jeep has those, but if you have a premium sound system, for sure you're going to have those speakers there, usually like a Sahara or something like that. So here's the shifter, the exhaust, something probably on the bumper or something like that. License plates, and then that's the part that connects the front and rear 4-wheel drive. Here's the chassis. This kit is a curbside, so this is the interior. This is the center console. Just shows you the underside there. These are the wheels. The wheels on this kit are stock wheels. There's 5 of them, of course, because one of them is for the spare, but they're all the same. A few chrome parts on this specific Jeep for the headlights, headlight bezels, inside rear view mirror, outside rear view mirrors, at least the face of it, so it's chrome. It's reflective. Here's the dashboard. This one has a stereo in it, and AC controls and everything else. This is probably some kind of inner panel on the inside. I'm going to guess this is a manual transmission. We've got a clutch pedal right there. Jeeps are waterproof on the inside, so even when you take the top off, if you're driving around in the rain, the entire dash is waterproof, including the stereo and all that stuff. It's all waterproof, so it doesn't really matter if it rains or not. This is the bumper. I think these are auxiliary lights here. That's probably left over from the Tomb Raider version. Actually, let me see. They could be stock, although now they mount them. Some Jeeps they mount them on the bumper, so I'm not sure if that's factory or not. I don't think so, but it just depends. There's a couple pieces right here. Those are probably like door sills or something. These are diamond tread, which is not stock. That's left over from the Tomb Raider version. Here's, I think, the rear suspension. Seats, front and rear. The seats are more or less kind of interior. Actually, the whole interior is weatherproof too if you get caught in the rain. More or less. I mean, you know, you wouldn't want to go swimming in a lake with it, but you know, a little bit of rain probably wouldn't hurt it. Just let it dry out. Here's the this is a radiator support, and then these are the outside mirrors, wiper blades. If you have a hard top, it'd be a wiper blade on the back, but this one's a soft top. Here's the interior panels, steering wheel, steering column. And it looks like a hand grip there, but there's only, I only see one, so I'm not sure really where that goes. Here's all the clear parts. Very simple flat piece of glass in the front, and some auxiliary lighting and the headlights. Turn signals maybe. This is the curbside as I mentioned, so here's the wheels, the axles, springs, and then some screws that you can screw the chassis and the body together. That's left over from the original metal body version. Here's the front suspension. That's probably a Dana 40, 44, one or the other. I believe that's the front. I think it's rear front. Here we have the tires. The tires are more or less stock. They don't say anything on them. They have a really nice tread pattern. If you use the Tomb Raider version, it has much larger tires on it. It has off-road tires, serious off-road tires. But these fit the stock rims, which is what this kit comes with. I'm going to look into getting an aftermarket set of larger tires for it, and then we'll see if I can get them tucked up under there. And here's the decal sheet. I might make mine the lifeguard version because it does come with those decals, and I think those are kind of cool. And it'd just be something to do with it. Yeah, so of course you got the Rubicon for the hood, bumper sticker, dashboard, other Jeep stuff, and yep, and the box is empty. That's it. Like I say, there's no engine in this kit, which makes it easy to build, and I wanted to show you, because you can see here in the chassis, they do show the bottom of it. This is most likely a 3.6. It could be a 4-cylinder because they did come with 4 cylinders, or do come with 4 cylinders. I think there's about 4 or 5 engines you can get with a 20, 24, 25, whatever. You know, there's diesels, there's 4 cylinders, there's 6 cylinders. There's an electric Jeep. I mean, there's, you know, you have a lot of options, and some of them are real expensive and some of them are whatever. But I think this is probably the V6 on the bottom. I'm not saying you can't cut the hood open and put an engine in there, because it does have, you know, even when you put these two together, you do have inner fenders here already made. So if you opened up the hood, you wouldn't have to make that. You'd probably have to make a firewall. But and you'd have to cut along there, cut along the top of the grill, and then down each side right here, on this line, and then across the top here. Actually, the top of the, see this line here above the vent, where you see these 2 hinges right here? That's the hood line. So it wouldn't be that hard to cut off. So, I mean, there is no 3.6 3D printed model engine that I know of made for a Jeep, because I mean it's just a stock engine. It's kind of boring. There's nothing special about it. The later model JK ones, and I don't know what year this is, because they were the same for quite a few years. But I know like 2011, 2012, I think it was 2012, they went to a different 3.6, and that one has like 280 horsepower or something like that. It has more horsepower than the earlier ones did. And that's about it. That's what I'm going to build. That's it. Just a reminder video that July 1st you can start your build. It doesn't end until December 31st. You have roughly 6 months, and should be plenty of time. But don't expect anybody to get crazy. You don't have to spend a lot of money buying aftermarket parts and whatever. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that would be cool. But I just want people to build one and have fun. And the two Jeeps out right now by Revell, this yellow one and the CJ7 that's out, are everywhere. Everybody's selling them, and they're very reasonable prices. Now the CJ7 from Revell does have an engine. That actually has a V8 engine in it. So, but this version does not. And that's about it. So I'm going to keep you up to date. I'll try to make a video every month up until then. So that's about 6 videos. As soon as I get a list of everybody that's on it, I'll give them probably till the end of this month, everybody that's going to join. Although anybody can join between now and December 31st. But then in videos I make in the future, I may post that list in the comments, so that if you're building the same Jeep kit and you have questions, or you want to check and see what other builders are doing with their version, and you got questions back and forth, you can see what's going on and get tips on the specific model that you are building if somebody else is building the same one. So I want this to be a group thing, but I want it to be helpful. I want everybody to be in on it. So I'll probably post the names and channels, or basically the channels of everyone that's involved in the comments on the videos that I post once a month. That's my goal, if time permits. And I have enough time, that's what I want to do. So with that said, get your group build going. And if you do start it, and even if you don't have to post a video, but if you're starting it and you post a video, let me know, or just let me know when you started, and so I know you're in on it, and I can add you on the monthly list and let everybody else know. And that's about it. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.